Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. And it'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Ingram. They'll get this to about the 38.
This defense for the Packers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quay Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On first down, it's Fields. Finding Williams once more, complete. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Giants! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants have moved out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb, 29 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, he's taken it right down Broadway. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Packers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. They'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Williams loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Final shot before the break. Fields. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw, Fields. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he will have a Giants first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A first down carry for Barkley
to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action, Fields. That pass caught, it's Williams.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
On play action, Fields.
Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Fields. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are all tied at 28. Separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown! Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's...
There he goes, left side! Past the 20! And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Fields' throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down inside the 30. 221 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Barkley, inside handoff. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Chase Claypool, 29 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Gano now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Here's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And that leads to a Green Bay first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Rodgers to throw.
A check down here to Jones.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Crosby is good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before, and this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they saw